What's going on, guys? Samer Delgado here, coming at you with a brand new video from Barstarzz. Now, before we get started, head over to Instagram if you have a chance and follow myself, Fitness Blast, and Barstarzz. Also, leave us some comments to know that you're watching. For today's video, we're going to be talking about the 10 best exercises to lose weight at home. You won't need any equipment. These are things that you could do right out of your house. But before we get to that, I want to tell you guys a little more about how to lose weight. The reality of things is, it doesn't matter how much you work out. If you don't eat right, you won't be able to lose weight, right? It's calories in, calories out. Doesn't matter if you do 100 push-ups a day, if you do 100 squats a day, if you do 3,000 sit-ups a day, if you're eating crappy. Doesn't matter how much you work out, if you're putting in too many calories in your body, you will not lose weight. Doesn't matter how much core you do, if you put in too many calories in your body, you will not see the abs coming out. So it's important that you follow a complete diet. There's many diets out there, some that work for some people, some that don't. So make sure you find one that works for you and is sustainable as well. Something you could do for a very long time. What you don't want to do is yo-yo diet. You don't want to start one diet and then stop and then go back to your bad eating habits again, because it never works out. What happens is you lose weight and then you end up putting double the weight back on. So don't yo-yo diet, find a diet that works for you. Now, once you find yourself the diet that works for you, it's important to track your food. It's important to keep track on what you eat and log in that food so that you know exactly what you're putting in your body. Also, meal prepping what you're about to eat so that you don't find yourself in situations where you're hungry and then cheating. That's what happens to a lot of people. They get themselves into a really good eating habit and then they don't meal prep, so they find themselves hungry and going right back to their old habits of eating. I like doing intermittent fasting. I do it almost every single day. I'll take one day off. But what I do is I eat 10 hours every single day. So I start eating around 9 o'clock in the morning, and then my last meal will be about 7 p.m. at night. All right, so now that we talked about diet, let's talk about some of the workouts that are good to burn fat faster. For me, I think some of my favorites are HIIT type of exercises, high intensity interval training, which means going really, really fast at some type of exercise and then going very slow for a smaller amount of time, and then going fast again, and then going slow again. There is circuit training that you can do. That is just basically putting exercises next to each other and not resting until you get to the end of your exercises. Example, you put 4 different exercises such as squats, jump rope, pull-ups, and push-ups. Then you do one after the other without resting. When you get to the last one, you rest for a certain amount of time and then you start over again. There's also workouts such as EMOM, which means every minute and the minute. So there's many workouts that you could do to target the fat. It's just knowing which ones you want to do and how to put them together. Another thing you could do to get better at burning fat is using tools such as Fitbits or Apple Watches. They're great to keep you on point with your workouts. That way you have a track record of all your workouts. You see how much fat you burn and how many calories you burn through those workouts. And also it keeps track of your heart rate, so it keeps you accountable to your workouts. So as you can see, there's many ways of losing weight. It's also very, very important that you keep yourself challenged through all of your workouts. When things get easy, your body is no longer being challenged. And when you're not challenged, you get stagnant. And finally, you want to find exercises that skyrocket your heart rate. If you keep your heart rate up through most of your workout, you will be burning fat. The number is 220 minus your age. That is your maximum heart rate. And then from there, you want to get 70% of that. If you can keep yourself at 70% through most of your workout, I guarantee you, you will burn fat and you will see the results. So here are the 10 best exercises to lose weight at home. Number 1, burpees. Number 2, jump rope. Number 3, jump squats. Number 4, mountain climbers. Number 5, explosive push-ups. Number 6, skater jumps. Number 7, split jumps. Number 8, plank ups. Number 9, fast feet. And finally, number 10, box jumps. All right, for the first exercise, we're gonna be doing burpees. So burpee is basically a high intensity move. It gets your heart rate going. The way we're gonna be doing this is just dropping down to the ground and kicking back, like so. Getting into a plank position doing a push-up if you can. If you can't do a push-up, that's fine. Jump up from there, and then a big jump on top. So down, kick back, push-up if you can. Big jump on top. Next exercise is jump rope. This is the only exercise that you're gonna need equipment for. You could buy this literally anywhere, super cheap. So for this, guys, you wanna get it to your size. So for that, you want the bottom of the rope right by your chest, side of the rope right by your armpits, or top of the rope right by your armpits. Other than that, you just jump roping. Keep your elbows close to your body, about a 90-degree angle, or you could play with that angle depending on your height or how long your arms are. When you're jumping, you don't want to move your whole arm. You don't want to do this. You kind of just want to go from the wrist for most part. Also, another important thing is you don't want to jump way high off the ground. You want to jump just enough to clear the rope. So that's about a few inches off the ground. Next exercise is jump squats. So this is a variation of regular squats. The only difference is you're adding a jumping motion to the top of it to make it more high intensity and to make your heart rate get higher while doing this. So basically from the bottom of the squat, you're jumping off the ground. So you're doing a plyo squat, and you're jumping off the ground. It's okay to use your arms for momentum. To make it even harder, keep your arms right in front of you and don't move them at all. That way you have no momentum of your arms. Next exercise is mountain climbers. For this one, we're gonna get down to the ground on a plank position again. So get yourself in a plank position. From here, make sure your core is super tight. Make sure your glutes are engaged. Make sure your scapulas are in. And from here, you're just bringing your knees towards your front of your body, so towards your elbows, and then you're switching legs each time. So here, to here, here, to here, here, to here. Don't let your butt go up in the air like so, and don't let your back arch like so either, right? The only important thing about this one is there's two ways to do mountain climbers. For beginners, they usually do when they touch in the front with their toe, they go like this. That's fine as well, but if you want to make it a little harder, don't touch your toe in the front of the ground. So keep your toes off the ground. Next exercise, explosive push-ups. For this, you're doing a regular push-up and then you're exploding off the ground. Obviously, for beginners, you're gonna get yourself on a way higher position so that your arms are somewhere up in the air. For this, you can use a rail, you can use a countertop, you can use a table, doesn't really matter, or you could use parallel bars. But the whole point of the exercise is for you to do a push-up and then explode off the push-up. So I'm gonna show you on the ground. Basically doing a push-up and then you're exploding off the ground, so your hands are coming off the ground or off the surface that you're using to do your push-up on. For the next exercise, we're going to be doing skater jumps. Skater jumps is a combination of different movements put into one. You start with your right leg up, you're going to be jumping to the same side, so to the right side. You jump to the right side, you land with your left leg behind that leg, knee up, jump. Now you're going to the left side. Jump, behind the leg, knee up, jump. Be patient, it takes a little while to get, but once you get it, Do it for time, for about 30 seconds to a minute, depending on what level you're at. Next is split jumps. Split jumps is a lunge with a jump and a switch. So you're starting with one side and you're switching to the other. With a lunge, then you're jumping, switching to the other side. Make sure you're landing on both feet at the same time. Don't do that or that, right? Land on both feet at the same time. Have fun with it. Next is plank ups. So this is a variation of the plank that makes it more high intensity. So basically you're getting down to a regular plank, and from here you're gonna be going up to a high plank, back down to a low plank. Now you use the opposite hand to go up to a high plank, back down to a low plank, and so on and so forth. Now it's very important that when you're doing this exercise, you keep yourself in a sturdy position and you don't just bounce from side to side. It's very important that you keep your core engaged the whole entire time and don't let yourself go from side to side with your hips. For the next exercise, we're going to be doing fast feet. So for this one, it's all about how quick you can move your feet, right? Touch, 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 touch. Fast feet. That's all you want to do with this. I like doing it for time. Really up to you. But here we go. Looks like this. Ready, set, go. That's all it really is. From the side. Last but not least, we're going to be doing box jumps. You could do them anywhere really. Just find yourself like a step or a chair that's sturdy or anything where you won't hurt yourself. Obviously, stay safe. Safety is number one. But I'm going to be using a box. It's a plyo box. And basically you're just going to be getting down to a semi-squat and just jumping up on top of the box. From there you're going to step back down. So here, step back down. Step back down. Guys, thank you so much for watching our video. We appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. So there you have it. These are the 10 best exercises to lose weight right from home. Now you can do whatever you want with these exercises. You could pick 3 or 4 and put them into a circuit routine, or you could pick a few and make a HIIT routine. Also, you could do Iman workouts or any other type of workout you would like. If you want to support what we do, and if you want to keep seeing videos like this one, all you gotta do is help us by going into the Barstarzz store and checking out the merchandise. Every purchase you make helps us to keep making videos like this one. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Happy New Year's from Barstarzz to you. Stay Barstarzz strong.
What's up everyone, it's Edward from Barstarzz. I've been seeing the comments about you guys saying that I've been missing and I should hold a recent newspaper. Well, I forgot the newspaper, but I do have exciting news. I'm coming out with a podcast that's going to be called the Barstarzz Podcast. Now, I'm aiming for the date of January 9th for it to be live, and I want you guys to remember that day, write it down, set an alarm, because it's important to you guys get as many listens and downloads as you can that first week, so I can try and make it on the Apple top podcast charts. And I'll be super appreciative if you guys do. The podcast is going to be about different topics, not just calisthenics, even though, I show a bias to calisthenics. It's my first love, it's my number one passion. But I've also grown to love things like the field of longevity, overall health, and performance. So I want to grab industry experts, ask them about these questions, and try to figure out what's the best health advice that could go to every human out there. Some of the people I've had on already, Dr. Joel Furman, he's a a doctor that promotes a plant-based diet. We speak about things like his opinion on game changers, what the athletes ate, his opinion on is the vegan diet for everyone and who should have animal products and who shouldn't have animal products. I had Noemi Henriquez, which is one of my training partners here in New York City. She went over how she finally got the muscle up, how she lost weight, how you go about programming a training schedule. I had Russian Red on, former street workout champion, and she talked about how it's like to grow up in gymnastics and her personal training program and how you should train for the handstand. I've had on Samer Delgado, the new host of the Barstarzz channel. He speaks about how he changed his life around from smoking cigarettes and drinking to being a calisthenics athlete and competing at American Ninja Warrior. It's a very exciting podcast. I have plenty of exciting guests lined up, but I'm also curious on who you want me to have on. So let me know who I should have on and what I should ask them. And if you don't even have that, just tell me general topics, and I'll look for the experts in that field and I'll try to have them on. I will be recording videos along with the audio. I'll have the videos uploaded on this channel, and the audio will be wherever you could find podcasts. And I'm also thinking about doing like Instagram Live as we record. So if you guys think that's a good idea, drop it. And this podcast is not a reflection of just me, but all of us, the whole Barstarzz community. So please drop your input and feedback, because I'll be reading it and I'll be inputting some of it. Thank you guys as always. Much love. Peace.